Hey, this is Scott Snyder, and you're watching the Sci-Fi Center.
Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination fly. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Can you guys hear me? Cool. If not, I can do about that. I am going to hand this live stream over to Clint as soon as he pops in, and then I'll be popping in back and forth via my phone because I have the laptop and everything ready to go for the people here that are going to be watching Lanterns episode 2. In fact, here he is. What's going on, Clint?
Just another day, another
All
fun
right.
day.
So I don't know, because I don't know if you guys can hear me because I'm Bluetooth the hell out between the speaker, the laptop, and the projector. So We are live, and I am going to give it about 5 minutes. I'm going to go finish the setup here. About 5 minutes or so, we're going to go live, and then I'll be popping in and out periodically. But then once the episode is over, I'm going to hand it back over to you guys, and then I'm going to head over back next door to the store so we can do the live show once I have access to all the equipment. So, okie dokie.
Is this a Patreon email, William?
Hold on. Say that again.
Is this a
I
Patreon
can't hear
email?
you. Hold on. I'm gonna come out of here. Now I can see you. I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, I turned it off so you can see my lips
Hold on.
moving. If I'm Can you hear me now?
All right. Go ahead and say something.
Can you hear me now? I know I'm coming over YouTube.
Not really, but I think that's because I'm jammed up here. All right, go.
Testing.
Nah, I can't. But like I said, I'll be in and out from here. So let me. The only reason I don't have you guys up here is because I already have the sound hooked up to the projector and everything. So, but me not being able to hear you is not a determinant, man. It's probably on my end. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop out of here, and I will be back in a few.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sci-Fi, the Green Lanterns thing. We'll be starting in a few minutes. Just give everyone a chance to do their thing and get set up. They'll start at 000. Skip all the previews because we've all seen it several times before. And we'll be starting in a few minutes. Yeah, internet's fun. William has always had fun with his internet. We've started the YouTube show, but we haven't started the Lanterns watch along yet. I'm giving it a minute or two to get people in. I've always had a face, Aaron. So I've already seen this episode, so I can kind of watch this and not be distracted. So how many of you guys seen it? I haven't quite started yet, but I'm just getting ready to.
All right, I'm gonna hit the
I
lights real
picked
quick, you guys, and then we're gonna go.
I picked this duck especially for this show.
All right, Clint, I am at the Frizzy HBO screen. And you can't hear me, but I'm pretty much at zeros. So I'm going to go ahead and count us down. And at 5, I'm going to hit play, and then I'll disappear for a little bit. So
I can hear you
5.
perfectly.
What's up? I can't hear you. So we're going to start. We're going to count down from 5, and then we'll begin the watch along. Ready? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that volume up where it's supposed to be? Sure. Okay, Erin should already have our link. I sent it to her. Erin, if you're watching, I sent it to her in the chat. Hold on, we don't have sound. There we go.
Can you hear me now, William?
I can hear you, but hold on. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I have too many buttons. Anything more than 2? All right. Here we go.
I have a guest for this episode. I'll share it after the episode.
Okay, right now, he just doused them with water. So we're back to roulette. If you're wondering what I'm seeing on my screen there you go.
I see your mouth moving, but I can't hear you, William.
All right. So this is one of the scenes that they showed us at Comic-Con, the flying scene. rates a bird. All right, Clint, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Could you hear me?
Not through the device. I should be able to hear you from. Hold on. Yeah, that's
Do they feel when the ring loses power?
Hello, everybody.
Brad, welcome to showing up.
Yeah. My dog ran off. Sorry, I was not looking for him. You need a
Sure,
timestamp?
blame poor Murphy.
I'm not kidding. That really happened.
okay. I'm back at the store right now because I'm doing double duty. Sorry.
All right,
So
you got a timestamp for me?
I got Brad and I got Clint. Both know how to run the stream. So
William, you got a timestamp?
hopefully neither one of them pushed the wrong button in the stream before it's time. So
I got 741. He's on the baseball field
Okay.
or
what was
football
that?
field.
Something's wrong with the sound, and I cannot get you guys on the proper sound.
I was just asking for a timestamp.
Did you get the timestamp?
Yeah, I got it. He's on the football field.
Have you seen this, Brad?
Yep. By the way, I also went and saw Coyote versus Atme earlier. Pretty damn good. I really enjoyed it, and it's it's an early preview show. Actually had a pretty good turnout. That place was pretty full. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I can't understand you over my computer speakers, so I'm putting my headphones on.
No, no. The internet give you trouble, sis. No. fix that problem, Australia.
Do you have a guess, Brad?
Huh?
Do you have a guess
I guess for what?
about this show? About what they're doing in the show without saying what it is?
Uh, yeah. Let's save that for spoiler discussion.
I didn't ask who you guessed. I just said, do you have a guess?
Nah, again, let's probably. I think it's gonna just. Yeah, I'd rather just save that for spoiler discussion and kind of bounce it off of William when he gets back.
I don't think the answer would be a spoiler because it would either be a yes or a no.
Hmm. Well, can you be a little more specific about the question? Because there's like lots
No.
of. Huh?
The main thing about this episode.
Yeah. Again, let's see. Let's say that for spoilers. Because there are still people who haven't seen it. Yeah, like Aaron hasn't seen it yet. So.
Hence, I have not said anything that would spoil anything.
Aaron, we are at right now. I'm at 11:33. It's right when Hal's talking, and he just walked in. He just sat down in the town hall meeting. Okay, I guess that somebody decided to like. Okay, Brad won't say it. I will. Oh, and look who's here.
I the timestamp.
Yeah, we're at or I'm at 12:38.
Mhm.
So how about that news that Brave and the Bold ain't moving forward until this merger's over, if at all, because that came out today.
Is that green?
Huh? I mean, it's a ally of it. It's another guy in the Justice League with the green guy. So
Looks like the Australian internet gods are not being kind to Aaron today.
yeah, well, I am going to harm the Australian internet gods. You mess with my sis, you mess with me, guys. Where was this show filmed? I'm really curious about that because I lived in Arizona when I was a little kid, right at Fort Huachuca specifically. It's about 50 miles north of the border with Mexico. It was one of the places, Space Force.
I saw in the end credits they were giving thanks to California. So
Okay, yeah, because this anybody who hasn't been to Arizona, this is pretty close to what it looks like. But we still got snow every Christmas because we're the elevation. It's kind of similar elevation to Colorado. So even though we're 50
what
miles,
were you in Flagstaff?
we were in Fort Huachuca in Arizona. So again, it's only about 50 miles north of the border. We actually took a couple of trips to Nogales while we were living there. So
Yeah, I have no idea where that's at. I've been to Flagstaff, I've been to Phoenix, but that's about it.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty close to the border. And when I was a kid, I always said the full name. I would say I live in Fort Huachuca, Arizona. So, I haven't been there, God, and we left in 90. I've been there 33 years. God, that is a long time. Man, God, I'm getting old. But I still have people tell me I look about 10 years younger than I am, so that's plus. Maybe in the town they bang each other. Well, we've already got a little bit of nookie in the pilot, so wouldn't write it off.
I think that question has been answered if you're watching along with us.
There it is. There's the battery. And a lot of Jordans in there.
Looks a lot like a lantern to me.
Like a what? Oh, like a lantern? Yeah. Well, it's shaped. I mean, they're that's their name. So shaped like a lantern. Watch the birdie, literally. Sorry, I guys clear my throat there. Yeah, you want to pull it up from Wikipedia here, what I was talking about earlier.
Does it involve green and lanterns?
That one involves like the desert. Yeah, this is the base, Fort Huachuca, that I lived on for about 3 years. When I was early '90s. When I was a little kid. So there's the kind of the map of it. Right? Oh, why did they show it here? For some reason. I can go back. Yeah, right there. Right there, just like again, like 50 miles above the border. And I saw this setting there, and I saw this out my every day. That's the makeup of it.
Until you get to the coast, most Southwest desert towns look kind of the same.
Mm. When I got family also that live up in Denver too, so and that's you know pretty pretty kind of similar topography. Yeah, this brings back memories.
Yeah, you could go about 200 miles in any direction in Vegas, and you'll see the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
anything but dirt and sand and
Oh, you'll
yeah.
see Joshua trees and sagebrush, and then when you go into the mountains, it becomes forest.
Yeah, we had some forest out there too. The housing area we lived in. Did I tell you about that? I think I mentioned that on the show once too. Where it's like my very first day of school, I got off at the bus stop before the bus stop that I was supposed to. So I ended up having to walk the rest of the way home, and the family had like balloons and whole party plan. And I just came home in tears because I was like, because I just totally misunderstood.
Well, depending on your age, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, that's when I'm about 5 years old. Yeah. Yo, internet, you're screwing my sis here. It's not. You're cheating my sis here. It's not, not cutting it.
As William has said, and I will say, she is not
I will
his
mute you on
sis.
that because we don't even need a DNA test.
Fucking bird. Bird's
It's
safe.
so obvious.
He is not her sister.
John doing a little jujitsu there. That's cool.
Brad, you're not alone. Mighty Rex did too.
What's that? Sorry, I got the volume on the show going. Let me turn it down a little bit. Say that again.
Mighty Rex missed the bus too.
No, yeah, I mean, it happens to us.
I wasn't far enough to be lucky enough to ride a bus.
Okay, yeah, you sound a little bit distant there. I have no idea why I'm getting a flashback to Tenet with this chase. Maybe because they're going one direction, the cars are going the other.
I have fixed electronics for 30 plus years, and I still can't understand Tenet at all. I've
I can't
watched it
either.
twice.
I can't either. I can't make heads or tails of that. Which is why, like Nolan's, like he was so bullish on getting that out into theaters. I always said he just should have done what Fast and Furious did, just kick it back a year. I mean, because theaters, where they were, starting. That's when they were starting to come back to life. I mean, my showing of Tenet, that was back when that was like, I think it's almost exactly now, about 6 years ago. I mean, I still remember, like, that's when you had like the tape on every other row. We had masks on, and there were maybe 10 other people on my show.
This this series is starting to remind me of the what is it that they had a series of. It was I forget. It was with the blue guy in it.
Blue Beetle? Oh, which one?
No, the blue guy who could like destroy worlds and stuff.
Might need to be a little more specific than that. Blue guy could destroy worlds. Oh, Watchmen. Okay. Well, that's
Watchmen.
the same showrunner. It's Damon Lindelof. Yeah. So that's certainly not accidental.
He's legitimately riding around the city with a dead body.
So you're in there. You're in there with like the audience right now, William.
William can't hear us at all.
Okay. So if I started talking about the Furious, he wouldn't hear me, and therefore he wouldn't know to stop me.
He- I have my finger over the X button, buddy.
Yeah. Well, he does too. Doesn't stop me.
Speaking for you.
Right now, he's pretty much just
It's part of the fish investigations.
Is that true?
I'm gonna have to mute him.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah. I see the people in the audience talking there, or like the feedback of the show.
Yeah, I could hear the show clearly through his internet.
How old is Kyle Chandler? He's about 60, right?
I have no idea.
I think he's about 60. Yeah, again, like the old man Hal concept. Yeah, was definitely that was not something I ever. I don't really do that with any hero. Like really, definitely since between BVS and Logan, actually kind of I always kind of really enjoy that whenever they do like okay, here's the like them when they're 20 or 30 years in. I think that's a cool concept. And I mean, it gives actors the chance they could do this these roles like there's more of like a spectrum of the or an age spectrum where these they can do these performances when they're kind of out of the age pool it's traditionally been for superheroes. Now we could see them in their 60s and 70s doing this.
Human is not your first language. What the hell? Is your shirt tasty?
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a bummer, Aaron.
Not acceptable StreamYard. Not acceptable Australian internet.
With all of Williams' devices, I can only imagine there's going to be interrupt issues. Because every device you put on a computer takes an interrupt, and if it don't match up right, it just goes wonky.
Aaron says the owner was a Cox cable here.
Well, Cox Cable is no more. Now it's Spectrum Cable.
Hmm.
Same company, just a different name to say when you curse them out.
Yeah.
I'm on fiber internet. If you're on the same spot as I am, Brad, this is the question I was asking. Whether you guess who or what it is.
Again, let's see for spoilers. This can... By the way, I have to turn on that sounds out there.
Any serious injuries recently from the kids?
Me? No, no. We had belt testing last week. I was helping out with that. You know, did a lot of sparring. You know.
So I went and tried on one of Williams' rings yesterday
No.
for the Green Lantern, and I got one of them to fit around my pinky, and that was it.
When you got big fingers.
Yes, I have large hands, large everything. My hands are so large I can palm a basketball.
Pretty big.
And while I was doing it, I thought everyone could do it.
Live and you learn. this damn bird flying around?
What I want to know is how did the bird survive him being knocked unconscious?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, because I mean the constructs traditionally, it's like they're there. As long as the lantern is focusing on them. Once they take their focus off, then usually they dissipate. That might be a William question. 'Cause, yeah, I read Green Lantern comics since I was 10 years old. I could tell you that offhand. Yeah. Well, this is a little bit of context from Sis here about her how the internet's failing her tonight. And of course, yeah. And notice how unless I missed some, this is the first time she's made a kangaroo joke because William makes it every time Aaron's on the panel, some kind of kangaroo joke.
Kangaroos have mass transit and mass destruction, apparently.
Well, they could stand on their tails and kick you.
thing I was hoping we would get to.
Well, my session's over.
Yeah, mine too.
So who do you think is the manhunter?
Hmm. That's a tough call. I think they might throw a curveball, and it might be Laura Linney's character. She's supposed to be a guardian. I think that might be like a good twist they'd throw. Is like she might be the manhunter.
I have a feeling it might be the goofy attorney.
Hmm. You got some theories. Somebody say Zoe. Some people, yeah, Zoe, Granny, the wife. You know what? I say make it Guy Gardner because no one's gonna get mad at you if you kill him off. So yeah.
Well, what'd you think, Brad? As a man who's read many a Green Lantern comic book.
I finally went to space for the first time in the show. Yeah, that's something. God, I still don't. I really, the suit is just the suits across the board in this franchise so far. Not just Green Lantern. The suits are really dropping the ball. Sorry, the suits are really dropping the ball.
Yeah.
That was. I did think that
No
was.
need to apologize. It's your opinion.
I did like some of the. I did think this was the better the first few episodes. I think this had a little. This kind of dove into the whole kind of whole murder mystery aspect of it and had you kind of took Hal and John on to the paths it took them on was really kind of intriguing, like particularly John. So and they were setting up like this clandestine thing with the Manhunters. So yeah, I did like this more than the pilot episode. Oh yeah, it's playing the trailer for the next episode for me now. I'm gonna go ahead and watch that real quick.
The suits don't bother me. I mean, they're fine, whatever, because that's not really a make or break deal for me.
See that emblem?
I'm looking for the stories.
See the emblem. I just the emblem they got, the lantern emblem, that just drives me nuts that it's so small.
Yeah, what the character is wearing means little. It's what he's doing and what's going on.
William, you're mute, man. William, you're mute. William, you're mute, man. You're mute. Hold on, maybe I gotta mute him. No.
All right, guys. I'm wrapping up here. I'm headed right over to the center. I'm going to take the laptop over there. So then we'll do the post show as soon as I'm done because I got customers headed from here to over there. So I will see you in about 3 minutes.
Okay. Actually, I need to step away for just a second here, so I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have no idea, Protoss. I don't know what a manhunter is either, so I'm kind of in the same boat you are. Omega, from listening to William, this is a different Manhunter. This ain't Martian Manhunter. This is something totally different.
Yeah, and actually, I need something kind of came up here right as the episode's ending, so I need to jump on the phone and address something. So I need to go ahead and jump off a little bit. Can you go ahead and tell William that I had to hop off a little bit early?
Sure. Are you coming back or don't look for you?
Uh, yeah, I don't wait up. I mean, but hopefully I'll be able to jump on before you guys finish up. But yeah, just let me know I had to step away if you guys wrap up before I get back. You got that, man?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it.
All right,
Sorry.
all right. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Well, so far, to me, this Lantern show is kind of slow, but that's mainly because I don't know all the characters' backstories and behind the scenes. And like, ooh, there's Sinestro. I'm like, oh, what's Sinestro? Of course, I know he's a bad guy with the Wheel of Fear, I believe, or the fear emotion. But yeah, it's moving kind of slow for me. Well, in this episode, they've concluded that there's a manhunter on Earth and they're looking for him. And it's like why am I looking for the manhunter? Oh, he killed a few people. Okay. I don't know exactly other than the name Manhunter. But there's one thing. There's a lot less green in this series so far that I would expect to find.
That one for a friend of mine, and I was like, it had all the different all different things. It said Wayne went. Oh really? And I was like, oh, I should have given that.
No.
But it's a.
Can you hear me, William?
I can hear you perfectly. I might be echoing. I don't know where my sound is coming from.
Well, you're not echoing through my headphones, so okay.
All right, chat. Let me know where Brad go.
He had to either go pet his dog or answer a phone or something, but he said let you know that he may not be back.
Okay. Yeah, I got some people in the store that were from the show. There are parts of the show I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode. Because there were parts I missed. I missed when he got into the morgue because I was helping a customer. But that ending was that part that you guys saw at the end is half of what we saw at Comic-Con. So what you see, so that the next episode should open up with him talking to Sinestro, because there's a whole other part to that where they go back and forth, and it's intense. So I'm glad they at least got that part in. So what did you think about the episode, Clint?
Well, so far the series is kind of it's kind of like for people who already know the Green Lantern, because it's like when they're like going, oh, there's a manhunter, and it's like, oh, it's the most dangerous thing. It's like, what is this thing? What is it? I mean, is it why am I supposed to be afraid of it? Other than the name.
Yeah, dialogue, and they've done a good job of not showing it to you yet. I thought dialogue-wise, so if I were to bring, because there were some people in here that were watching that were not of the lore, they don't know what he is or what it is yet, but now they're starting to be like, oh shit, what is this type of feeling? So I think that depending on what type of TV show, like if you're a True Detective type fan, I think you're used to being kind of like, I don't want to say strung along, because that's a bad term, but gradually brought along to where it's like, oh, there's an oh shit moment about to happen for the people who are not of the lore. But for us fucking nerds, yeah, we're gonna Manhunters. If you're a Green Lantern fan and you're like a hardcore person,
and also we were all trying to guess who's the Manhunter. I guessed it was the lawyer dude.
Jason Ritter. He's either a Manhunter or he's a Black Hand, because I remember his character's name coming up. So, and that's another thing that the Easter eggs will dig through. So this episode was good. Another quality episode. Just hold on for a second.
I use those all the time. I just got them. Talking about he was cutting on a sometime and stabbed them. And I said, just use a wire. I mean, a wire And I just got a weapon, so you see my knife for all this time. I just got the wire to the.
That's the number one cause of accidents in the workplace.
I just got them. Then the next
Ah.
one, I was like, wait. I
But,
have the wire
Hey, he wore the costume.
before.
Hal wore the costume and he flew in the costume. For all the people were like, "Oh my god, that costume looks like it's been through the Goodwill though." But there's a story behind that. The attitude he showed towards the costume was the contempt he showed and the respect that John showed for it. It's like they're not on the same wavelength right now as far as being Green Lanterns. One's been through it and has this level of distrust, and this other one is aspiring to be it. Yeah, well, that the costume, why he thinks it's bad is one thing, but the costume looks bad because they don't want you to see it as some regal thing yet. That costume looks like, it looks like literally he went to the rummage sale and picked it up. It doesn't look like it's been cleaned. The green is, the shine is off of it, because that is supposed to be emblematic and representative of what Hal is feeling and how Hal feels about the Green Lanterns. And obviously there's some shady shit going on with the Guardians, because that group thinks that the Guardians sent the Manhunters. They are right, partially. One of those Guardians did. One of those Guardians that's going to show up in the show is corrupt. The one that goes after that I think the Laura Linney one that's talking to John in the previews, I think that is a corrupt one of the corrupt Guardians. I don't know if it's going to be Kronos or not, or a female or version, but that not all the Guardians are on the same page there.
I tell you, when John Stewart, I guess is his name, mentioned Manhunter to the Hal Jordan's tone and everything, the whole tone of everything changed.
Yeah, because they're a pretty big deal. And even when Sinestro, he says, even if there's just one of them still in existence, they are the second biggest threat to that you're facing currently. And he still sees himself as a threat too. So Sinestro will probably become a threat at some point, just not yet. I truly believe by the end of the season, he's going to escape that prison and be a problem. But yeah, the way they're hyping up the Manhunters, there's no way you could be, I think this show is aimed towards two sets of people. It's aimed towards dorks like me, and it's aimed towards people who are just down for a mystery. Because even without knowing what the Manhunters are, the way they presented them as a threat without even showing them lets you know in that aura of mysteriousness, who is it? Which one of us is it? So the shape-shifting element means that you can't trust anybody. They introduce that mystery to it. So I think they're doing a good job of the balancing act of, yeah, we know we got these geeks out there, but we also know that the foundation of our audience is going to be people who are just down for a good mystery. So far, so good. I think this is what I think. I think Sinestro sees himself as the biggest threat to the galaxy. Unless, at the end of that scene that we'll see it next week, he shows you, something otherwise. Like he shows you something different. So right now I'm going to go see if I can find because usually in an HBO show, they show you after the credits, they show you the week ahead thing. So was it 3? 3 was going to 3. All right, let's see what we can find here. All right, so season 3 preview. Here we go. All right, so this is going to get me demonetized. So I'm bratting myself right now. Boom, boom, boom.
You're getting ready for the midnight. The spiral coming out in a couple months.
Good.
Do you know who I am?
Your guardian.
Oh, hold on. Let's start back again.
Do you know who I am?
Your guardian. Founder of the Lanterns. May I ask you a question?
This is when most candidates ask, why me?
I know exactly why me.
Okay, so it looks like next episode is going to be his full on origin story. You see him as a baby, you see the green glow as a baby, so that's why his father's not a psycho. His father is known that they chose him, and he's basically been preparing him for this. This is all coming together for me. I enjoyed the episode, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you. And I said to you guys from the beginning, is I'm biased. Lantern's one of my favorite characters. Damon Lindelof is one of my favorite storytellers. I'm a big fan of the way HBO does things, and I'm a big fan of the format that they're using for this show. So I don't know how heavy my opinion goes with it when I came into it with that, but so far I'm having fun. I'm having fun watching it with people, having fun discussing it with people, and even for somebody who knows the lore like I do, there's still just because you know the lore, you still have to present the lore. Like I could know about all this stuff that they're talking about in here, but it's how they present it. And that's why I always say when you're watching an HBO show, you're watching an HBO show, you're not reading a comic book. I want to see how you take that lore and present it to me in this format. And so far, I'm having fun with it. So all right.
Well, I know nothing about the lore other than the Green Lantern oath, I guess.
Oh, and you see how quickly he said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just recharge. Ding.
Yeah, and I think that was another thing that they dropped there. It's the way he said it. It was like, you know what? I sort of believe in this, but this is just a routine for me. At some point in his career, he probably said that with pride. He's just not proud of anything anymore because something has happened, where it's almost like somebody who goes to work for the government, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and by the time they've been working for the government, they see how the sausage is made. They don't feel the same way. And that's emblematic of the way he is. And that affects his entire look. That affects his attitude. That affects his costume. His entire presentation of how he views things. And the distrust he shows towards John Stewart is part of what he's seen. So it's going to be interesting to see how.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, this series is starting to remind me of like the Watchmen series. It's like when you watch it and having no idea what's going on, you still have no idea what's going on until the very end.
Okay. All right, Mark.
All right, well,
I'll see you later, man.
Next week.
All right. Yeah, and to me, Watchmen. We need to do. If I ever get some time, we need to do a watch party of Watchmen because there are still people who haven't seen that, and I really think that seeing that show will broaden your horizons a little bit. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. All right, man. Yeah, I gotta watch that episode again. Some stuff I can get.
And then one of the suits.
Yeah, even though the suit looked like shit. Yeah.
Hey man, this was from the 80s or 70s.
That's probably the same suit he's had.
Yeah, and he was
the Ashcan? Yeah, I don't have it. A lot of people were looking for them because of what happened with the Ashcan. Yeah, people are going to see them.
It's weird too that those around the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she seems to know things a little too clearly too on this show, so she could be a suspect also.
No, certainly. Let me know if you need that. Everything came in was on the white shelf. All right. Boy, this is something I'm not going to get better at. I don't know.
I was just saying she also kinds of know things way before. I mean, from the first episode, knowing that one guy with the short sleeve was an alien to this episode. Oh, I know this is happening and this is happening.
Who, the sheriff?
Yeah, the sheriff from Gotham.
Oh, okay. All right. What are you talking about? Are you ever gonna look at Omega? I bring your comics up all the time. What are you talking about? They're all weird, but that's fine.
The Australian internet god smote Aaron.
Oh, dude, I've been having. Hey, it must be global because you guys have seen the shit I've been dealing with. Even when I'm at home dealing with my expensive internet, where there's no excuse for it to be going down, we still had issues. I mean, sometimes it just sucks. It just things just suck. I mean, you know, pay a lot of money for Cox Spectrum. You know what? By the way, Spectrum. I hope you buying Cox is going to improve their service. You know, because it's just
that is very, 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 very doubtful.
You can't do this internet thing without the internet. It's kind of tough. So hopefully we get better, because like the last couple of weeks has been fucking sad. I mean, I've watched some of those shows and I'm like, oh my God, I'm out for a quarter of the show trying to reconnect. Does Hal have a pet? In the comments, I was spraying Earl be a dog. I think he has a dog, but I didn't know its name. I figured Earl was gonna be some fucking
yeah. What's up with the Green Lantern having an alien?
He probably picked it up from a planet. Obviously, it's not from Earth. It's like Sonny Crockett. That's what that reminded me of. Is when Sonny from Miami Vice, Elvis. He had the University of Florida mascot is an alligator. So something that alligator attacked somebody and they were going to put it down. So Sonny took it as his pet and he used it to guard his yacht. That's what that reminded me of. And in Crockett, he I think Crockett was going to get a beer or something, and Tubbs was going to get something out of the bottom. It's like, yeah, just straight downstairs. And then he goes downstairs and the alligator comes at him. He's like, God damn, you got an alligator down there? And that's what that reminded me of when it came to I knew it was going to be something crazy. I just didn't know exactly what. But him driving around with the dead body with the seatbelt on, I don't know why that was hilarious for me. And just the way what he was doing, and just the whole thing was just crazy. I do find it a little bit unbelievable that at some point before his ring ran out, knowing that he would need that ring as badly as that, he didn't fly back himself to get that ring before that ring reached critical power. That's something that just, he seems like a smart enough guy and a savvy enough guy not to let that happen. But I know for storyline purposes, they needed it to happen. But I'm like, dude, you knew that, you don't know how much power. And even after that comment that one Manhunter say, hey, so you've been in town 48 hours, did you bring your charger? By the way, why, if you're going interstate, if you're going across the country, hell, if I'm going from this store to my house, I'm bringing my charger to my phone with me. Hal's not bringing the thing that charges the most important thing that he has. You can't bring that with you. I mean, what's up?
Or maybe he had left it there to make Junior go get it.
You know what? That's not completely off base, because
he always runs out his ring to the point of almost depletion before he charges it. That's why I haven't stored that.
But see, these are plot devices, though. Yeah. Because like I just said,
that's the same habit Evan's already had of not charging his ring all consistently. He always let it go to almost empty before he would recharge it.
I'm like, my phone said, when it starts making that sound at 15%, I'm looking for an outlet.
Not me. I'm letting my phone almost charge.
Oh my God.
Well, see, that's
I can't see you got. That's weird.
That's a character flaw that he needs.
So
what Ted is saying is right, because he had the plane ticket already booked. Remember when he said that this flight's already booked. So he was sending them back there to get that. He may have been sending them back there to get that lantern.
Yeah, because he knew he was going to need it.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, fucked up.
he was trying to get rid of him, like what it says. What were we about to say, Clint?
I forget.
Oh, sorry. There's only one Manhunter, not multiple. No, there's multiple ones. There's multiple ones. But I guess there's one main one there. The one main one, that one guy. By the way, that guy that kidnapped his comic book name is Atrocious. And there's a long history with him too. We will go into that next Saturday. I wanted him to get on the screen first before we started diving into who the fuck he was. Yeah, but he has a history with the Manhunters because remember what happened. The Manhunters, the incident at Google the incident at Sector 666, and then you'll know who that guy is. But we're gonna go into great details. I was trying to stay away from the color spectrum of the lanterns because I've always told you guys before the Blackest Night storyline hurt my head. It started out brilliantly, and then it's like the Infinity Gauntlet to me. The Infinity War, when it was like localized to certain characters that Jim Starlin created, and then the Silver Surfer, it was cool. But when it was every fucking person in the Marvel universe, then it's like, then it just got crazy. And that's how I felt about Blackest Night. It wasn't a bad story. It just went places. But I'm not surprised, but they are factoring things that will flesh themselves out in that story with that one character that you just saw. And he's got a bone to pick with Manhunters because of what they did to him and what they did to his world. And what they showed him, that thing that they plugged into John Stewart's head, that's what he's showing him. He's showing him the massacre. I think he's showing him the massacre at Sector 666 because there's no way he would be able to explain just how serious and how much damage that one Manhunter could do. And, the way they're building up the Manhunter is great. I mean, so right now for the show, I guess there's just the one. But he also had his because that one no, there has to be more than one. There has to be one. Well, now there's only one, but the one that Hal blew up, there must be one he's working for. So unless they're saying that was just not a Manhunter, that the actual Manhunter is still yet to be revealed. But yeah, because the 4 that were killed were from that guy's team. So those 4 bodies that are going to turn out to be aliens, because Hal was right, aliens. Those are from that guy's team that you guys saw, kidnap John Stewart. So because he needed to feed Earl. So had a lot of fun with this episode. I'm so familiar with this format. I really love the way that the build goes. And you figure right around episode 4 or 5 is where everything's going to break loose, and then those last 3 episodes, it's going to pick up the speed.
Yeah, that's why I haven't written off this Lanterns yet, is because it has some interesting elements in it, but it's just slow, a little too slow.
Oh, I'm loving it. But like I said, this is an acquired pace. For those of you who are not necessarily along, there's nothing wrong with you. This is just an acquired pace. And the reason why they're so competent in it, because they've done this before and it's worked. So yeah, if I wasn't a geek, maybe it would be like a tougher watch. But I think for some of you who are not watching every episode and might be waiting, some of you might be better off. I mean, wait until episode 4 or 5 so that you can watch it, bam, 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 and then it affects you differently. It's that kind of series. He said Abin Sur bought the Manhunter and it killed him. I thought he said he fought the man. I got to rewatch that scene with subtitles because of where I was at. I couldn't hear everything. But yeah, I heard that because remember, Abin Sur, that's where he crashed, even though in the comics he crashed in Central California. But for the show's purposes, he crashed near everything that is involved Hal Jordan has happened in 20 miles or within 20-mile radius of that town, Rushville. So lot to still be revealed. So I'm having fun.
There were little DC Easter eggs. Oh, I'm from Gotham.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure there'll be somebody from the Chops. Oh, by the way, HBO Max Lanterns, Damon Lindelof. If you're watching the show, please like and subscribe. We got to do better with the opening scene, the opening credits. Come on, man. I was okay with the first one being like that because that's that's what they did. For Game of Thrones, they just showed you the Chiron, just showed you the logo, and then went right to it. That's for episode 1. Now I want to see a cool kick-ass opening, man. Just give me the Lanterns logo and we just hit it. I mean, damn, come on. We ain't that low budget, are we? So yeah, there you go. All right, anybody got anything for me before I wrap this up? Before we start counting down till episode 3? Anybody? All right. Well, sorry, like I said, I was an absentee host this time. There's just a lot going on. I was behind in my setup because I had customers, and then during my setup, I had customers, and right now I have customers. But made it all work, made it all happen. With the help of Clint and the Brad type person. We were able to get that. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get that. I think it would be cool. Because I have a feeling I'm really gonna like this version of Sinestro. He's just so off-putting. He's just so unsettling. So, all right, guys, that's gonna be it. Like, subscribe, share, let everybody know about our screenings and stuff like that. And if you're in the Southern Nevada area, come by and get a ring. We got different sizes now for everybody. I didn't have to guess this time around.
That they almost fit everyone.
Yeah, I got a different size this time. A smaller size. For those people in a larger size. So I should have everybody covered by the end of this 8 episodes. So, all right, guys, I will not be on the air tomorrow unless something crazy happens that we need to talk about. Other than that, you will see me Tuesday for No Topic Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Thanks for putting up with the tech difficulties on my end, but enjoying the show. We will see you Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday next week. I'm pretty much going to be streaming those days. All right. For Brad, who's no longer with us, and Clint, I've been your host, William. We'll see you on Tuesday.